नाज़रीन, आपको वेलकम करते हैं हमारी खुसूसी ट्रांसमिशन आज सीपेक डे के ऊपर। ये बिज़नेस प्लस की एक बहुत बड़ी फ़र्स्ट और अचीवमेंट भी है, क्योंकि सीपेक के मुतालिक बहुत सारी बात तो ज़रूर की जाती है, लेकिन इसके ऊपर मखसूस तौर के ऊपर कभी पूरा एक दिन डिवोट नहीं किया गया ताकि उसको बेहतर अंदाज से हम अंडरस्टैंड कर सकें। मैं हूं आपका होस्ट अली नासिर, और आज हम कोशिश करेंगे कि सीपेक के मुतालिक जो है बहुत ही ज़्यादा मुफस्सिल गुफ्तगू करें, मुख्तलिफ़ एंगल्स, डायमेंशंस और पर्सपेक्टिव से इसके पाकिस्तान की मईशत पर होने वाले मस्बत असरात और एक विन विन सिचुएशन को क्रिएट करने के लिए ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा जो मौक़े बनाए जा सकते हैं, मौक़े पैदा किए जा सकते हैं, उसके मुतालिक हम बात करेंगे। ये आज हमारी जो है पहली नशिस्त होगी इस मौजू के ऊपर, यानी हमारा फर्स्ट सेशन होगा इसके ऊपर। और मैं चाहूँगा सबसे पहले आज हमारे बहुत ही अहम मेहमान तशरीफ़ लाए हैं। मैं अपना मीडियम ऑफ कम्युनिकेशन भी तब्दील कर लूँगा ताकि वो हमारी बातों को समझ सकें और उनके पैगाम को आप बेहतर समझ सकें। इख्तिताम के अंदर मैं कोशिश करूँगा उनकी कही भी बातों को आपके सामने तर्जुमा करके पेश ज़रूर करूँ। हमारे साथ मौजूद होंगे जनाब वांग यू साहब, जो कि काउंसल जनरल of the People's Republic of China in Karachi. Welcome Mr. Wang to the show. और जनाब सरदार शौकत पोपलजई साहब, प्रेसिडेंट हैं बलूचिस्तान इकोनॉमिक फोरम के, और बारहा हमारे प्रोग्राम में तशरीफ़ लाते हैं, सीपेक के मुतालिक बात करते हैं। आपको वेलकम करता हूँ सर।
बहुत शुक्रिया, थैंक यू।
So we will start today's conversation with Mr. Wang Yu, and first of all sir, I would like to welcome you on behalf of Business Plus to our channel. We all have developed a very strong relationship as a people of our country Pakistan towards the people of China. This strong relationship has lasted many decades and passed many, I would say, difficult times, but our strength has grown. Many people tell me that in China the friendship between Pakistan and China is considered that of iron brothers. We too always say Pak Chin Dosti Zindabad. This is a motto here in Pakistan. It has continued for many years. I cannot recall because I was not born, but when Chun Lai came to Pakistan, it was considered a huge event and a historical event that will be written in the books of history. And this historic event was then followed by the subsequent recent visit of President Xi, the visionary leader of China and a true friend of the Pakistani people. So I welcome you on behalf of Business Plus and the people of Pakistan to our program. And I would like you to say a few words about the strengthening of our relationship and how you see the prospects for the future.
Thank you, Mr. Ali Nasir, and thank you for the Business Plus channel to invite me here with my good friend Mr. Shaukat to attend this program. I fully agree with you that you just mentioned China and Pakistan are iron brothers. We have enjoyed long and traditional deep friendship. It's true that Chinese people really regards Pakistan as iron brother. This one reflects the close and sincere feelings of the Chinese people to Pakistan. I think regarding to the China-Pakistan relationships, there are three key words. One is just now you mentioned, iron brother. The other two is all weather and all round. So all weather means that our relationship is time-tested and it's unshakable. It's stood against whatever the international and domestic changes of the two countries, but the relationship has never been changed. Pakistan has extended a lot of help when China was in a very difficult time. For example, when the new China was born, the Pakistan was trying to break the blockade to the new China. And also when China was restoring the legitimate seats in the UN, Pakistan was also extending a lot of help. That's the Chinese people will never forget. And also, I think just now you also mentioned that the great leader of China, Mr. Xi Jinping, he visited Pakistan in 2015. At that visit, the two sides both agreed to lift the standard of our cooperation to an all-weather strategic cooperative partnership, which is very unique in Chinese diplomacy. And so after this visit, in the 2 years, the two sides have both implemented the outcome of the visit as the mandate of our endeavors. So
it is indeed a very, very interesting dimension of our relationship, that we are all-weather and all-round friends.
Yes.
Now I'd like to take a perception or a perspective from a very, very patriotic Pakistani who belongs to the province of Balochistan, Sardar Shaukat Topalzai, to perhaps give some opening remarks and represent Pakistan in this dialogue.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. First of all, I congratulate your channel that you have taken a lead out of the electronic media, that you are celebrating a day. And I'm so very pleased that you have invited a very professional diplomat and a senior diplomat, Excellency Wang, who is, I would very bluntly say that he is patriot for both the countries, not for the People's Republic of China, but the Islamic Republic of Pakistan also. And words coming out of his mouth means the words of the People's Republic of China. No doubt about it. I think what else I can say is will be very minimum. What you have said and what Excellency has said has given the major dimensions of relationship we have, and the boundaries or the strength we have, and that has been transformed today. The whole world knows that out of OBAR, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor is a very, very important corridor, and China giving all thirst to it is very important for our future generation, and most important for our binding relationship also.
I would now like to move back towards Mr. Wang Yu, that the general perception in Pakistan is that we have a very, very strong expectation, a very, very high expectation with CPEC. And we believe that the reciprocation from China is also coming. How much emphasis do you lay on CPEC for our future relationship, especially in the trade, business, finance and investment perspective?
CPEC is a very important project, not only for Pakistan and China, but it's the flagship project of the Belt and Road Initiative. So when this President Xi Jinping came to Pakistan, the two sides have decided the layout of the CPEC, as 1+4 layout. 1 means the CPEC corridor is the center. 4 means the Gwadar port, the energy, infrastructure, and industrial cooperation, the 4 areas. So why it comes these 4 areas? I think it's a scientific plan. It wants to help Pakistan to develop, to be prosperous. That's why energy comes the first, because energy is the bottleneck refraining Pakistan's economic development. And also it affects the livelihood of millions of people. That's why we put the energy projects as the priority. So nowadays there are 19 projects are under construction, which 11 are the power plants. And 5, I think among the 11, 5 have already been finished. After these 11 power projects be finished, 11,000 megawatts electricity will be added to the national grid, and that will, I think, will mostly
help Pakistan overcome our energy crisis that we are going through.
Yeah, right.
So I think it's been very rightly identified by the Chinese people that Pakistan's top priority is energy.
Right.
And that's why, like you said, President Xi's top focus is also on energy.
Right.
It's also very heartening to learn that 5 of these projects are online, because I guess that achievements need to be highlighted. Unless we highlight, then people do not get to know.
Right.
And that is why we are emphasizing on the CPEC day today, so that people can actually find out what are the key milestones and what has been achieved.
Okay.
You had mentioned that the Gwadar port is very, very important within the parameters drawn by President Xi, 1+4. How do you find the progress on Gwadar Port, and what are the prospects for the future?
I think Gwadar Port has made a lot of progress in this in these 2 years. First one is the Gwadar Port. He have restored its capability to be a port. Last November, there is a large commercial convoy came from Xinjiang and through the Gwadar Port. Is the first large-scale containers to be exported from Gwadar Port. Utility is being restored. And the second thing is that in Gwadar Port, we have done a lot of social works. We have established a Pakistan-China Friendship Primary School. And regarding this primary school, I should say that it's really a friendship school because the land was donated by a local people, which he is not wealthy. After he donated the land, then his relatives also tell him this is very precious. But he said, I donated to China-Pakistan friendship, so I will not regret. And then also, besides the schools, we have also established a first aid medical center. We have 14 Chinese medical doctors now in Gwadar. They are giving the medical care to the local people. Actually, this team is also very special. It's the first ever Chinese medical team sent to another country other than Africa. So Pakistan is also the first, we should say, besides Africa, is the first the Chinese sent the medical team, which also reflects our special relationships. And another example is that we have established a fish processing factory, which contains the industry chain of the fisheries, including aquaculture, fishing, processing. And this, they hired a lot of local people and gave them a higher paid job. So I think this project also benefits local people.
Has many socio-economic dimensions as well.
Right.
That is indeed a very, very important thing, and a privilege for us that we are perhaps one of the unique countries in Asia where your medical team has arrived as well. I will tell you something very interesting. You must have felt the warmth and love that the Pakistani people have towards the Chinese people. And the opening up of new relationships that are taking place, the intermingling of people, the cultural exchange amongst the people. There is an essential ingredient. We must learn the Chinese language because many people are very inclined towards it. It is a very important language. So many people speak in it. And if you want to do business with China, we would have to learn. What do you feel is the potential for Pakistanis to learn the Chinese language? And do you feel that it would be useful in future for developing a relationship? And what is the mutual benefit of learning the Urdu language for the Chinese people who would be coming to this region?
Yes, first, I think just now we mentioned the Gwadar school.
Yes.
I think one thing I should say that the capacity of that school is 150 students. But now there are more than 300 students are registered.
Right.
And a lot of are waiting in the queue to participate in the school. So I think China-Pakistan, regarding to education, cultural exchanges, there's a large potential. Yes. Nowadays, there are a lot of Pakistan students studying in China.
Yes, they are.
I think there are about 20,000, more than 20,000 students, with about more than 5,000 students with Chinese scholarship. That also is the largest number of Chinese scholarship students in China. Even from Sind and Balochistan, this year we sent 40 students to China to study Chinese. Yes. But I think that's far not enough. Since I've been here for 1 year, I feel that Pakistan people have a lot of enthusiasm to study Chinese. So we have, in Pakistan altogether, we have opened several Confucius institutes in Karachi University, in Islamabad University, in Lahore also, and here in the Pitaro. After I came also, we have added one more in the Makran Engineering University. And still there are a lot of universities, a lot of institutions, they want to open the Chinese classes. So I can feel that there are a lot of enthusiasm, a lot of future for the cultural exchanges.
This is very interesting. I would like to tell the people of Pakistan also about it. नाज़रीन थोड़ा सा आपको बता दूं कि कन्फ्यूशियस जो हैं वो बहुत ही मशहूर फ़िलासफ़र दुनिया के और उनका ताल्लुक़ चीन से था, तो ये उसके नाम के ऊपर कन्फ्यूशियस इंस्टीट्यूट रखते हैं नाम। तो बहुत बड़े मशहूर थिंकर थे ये और बहुत बड़े फ़िलासफ़र थे। आई एम जस्ट ट्राइंग टू टेल द पाकिस्तानी पीपल दैट कन्फ्यूशियस वाज अ वेरी वेरी फेमस philosopher who belonged to China and gave a lot of I would say food for thought for people to come in future, and that's why you name the institutes after him, and you have opened many in our country so that people can exchange information. I'll tell you something very interesting. My niece also lives in China. She studies there, and somehow she looks like a Chinese as well. I think the weather is having an impact on her. She is now a filmmaker, a budding filmmaker.
In Pakistan?
In China.
In China?
She lives there, yes.
Oh.
She lives there. She's got to know the language.
So she works?
She works as well, yes. She studied there. She studied from one of the top
That's
universities here in Pakistan, and after that she proceeded for her education in China. Now she works there as well. So it is almost in every household now.
Right, right, right.
So the change is taking place. I would like Mr. Sardar Shaukat Popalzai to please complete what he was trying to say. However, we have to take a short break, and after that, when I come back, then we will have a comprehensive discussion about the achievement of the Chinese people and how Pakistanis can benefit through CPEC from those achievements. So we'll take a short break and see you after the break. Nazreen, welcome back after the break. We are having a very, very interesting discussion on CPEC, and especially highlighting the relationship between Pakistan and China, the strong bond that exists between both the peoples of the country, and how we can improve it, what are the different dynamics of CPEC, and we'll be talking a little about the achievements of the Chinese people. The respected guests with us are today giving us very valuable input. Mr. Wang, who is the Consul General of People's Republic of China in Karachi, is with us, and our own Sardar Shaukat Popalzai, the President of Balochistan Economic Forum, is with us. Before going to the break, I had requested Sardar Shaukat Popalzai to hold his thought, because he would tell us a bit about the benefits of CPEC, especially for the city of Gwadar and the province of Balochistan in general.
Thank you very much. As I was mentioning that the Chinese companies, particularly the Chinese government, has taken a lot of initiative to do the socio-economic development in the city of Gwadar, which very necessarily requires. But the companies, the Chinese companies, have taken a vital initiative, that is, they are fulfilling their corporate social responsibility, which is an international phenomena that the local population feels comfortable with that. What I see is now the Chinese companies has done more favor, which I have been impressing from forum, and I have been pressing to the federal and provincial government that we should side by side step up and have the same side of strides the Chinese is taking. We have to give our hand. We are grateful to People's Republic of China. They are doing a favor. Beside, it's a commercial project, but they are doing a lot of things for us, like Excellency has mentioned about that. So we have to take same kinds of step to help them out.
We have to reciprocate.
Reciprocate, so that simultaneously both the countries, they move forward. And I'm sure this is happening, and inshallah we will see. It will be good for the province of Balochistan and for the Gwadar city also.
Mr. Wang, tomorrow is a very, very important event in China. It is the opening session of the 19th Congress of the Chinese Communist Party. I would like you to press upon the significance of this event and what have been the achievements for the past 5 years in China from the Chinese people and the government of China.
I'm very glad that you also know that tomorrow is the important event, and it's really of great significance. Let me give you an example. This Congress attracts the eyes of the world. So in this Congress, we have about 2,800 representatives. But the reporters now covering this Congress, there will be about more than 3,000 reporters. That means more than one reporter to one representatives. So the number is largely increased. So this Congress of its great significance is that now is the decisive time of China's building a comprehensive, prosperous community by the year 2020. It's a very decisive time. So at this time, we hold this Congress is to sum up the achievements in the past 5 years and to give the directions of our development in the next few years. So in the past 5 years, under the leadership of President Xi Jinping, China has achieved tremendous achievements. I think the whole world have seen it. China has developed a lot. In the past 5 years, Chinese annual GDP growth was 7.2% average. And each year, Chinese contribution towards economy is more than 30%. China's development not only reflects in the economic, but also China has raised the conception of development of the 5 conceptions, which is the innovation, coordination, green development, opening up, and sharing. That means we want to develop in a balanced way, not only the development. You can see that in these past few years in China's economic, social, cultural, environment has all made a lot of improvements.
Yes.
So that's a great success of China.
The interesting part of this Congress, like you said, is that you have a plan in mind. And everyone I see in China is on the same page. This is a very unique phenomenon. I hope that people in Pakistan can also learn from this and learn from China that how a national vision is developed. Because like in the break you were asking me, have I been to China? I've seen one thing, that people are very determined and they have singular objective to achieve. And the emphasis on achieving the objective through hard work, intelligent hard work, and of course a plan is very, very necessary. I hope that perhaps a diplomat would not be able to say it, but I'd say it, that if the government, policymakers and the people of Pakistan can also recognize these key elements for success, we can also move further. I would like Sardar Shaukat Popalzai also to give his input after understanding how their system works, because like the Honorable Consul General Wang has said that in their 19th Congress of the Chinese Communist Party, they will lay down plans, evaluate what they are going to do for the future. What is your take on this?
This is very interesting. I would simply express that this event is not now only the Chinese event, it has attracted presently the whole globe, you know.
Yes.
You see, every country is taking keen interest because the next 5 years economic agenda, like China has One Belt, One Road initiative. China has so much economic involvement in so many friendly countries. Rather, every country, even they are friends or not.
Yes, yes.
So they are going to have this agenda go forward. So country like Pakistan would be very keen to know what will be the future. And I see what I have been reading, and I hope Excellency would second that. I expect more younger generation emerging out of this Congress, you know, the new leadership. And new leadership, China has 2 qualities. Nationalism, this is one. Second is the discipline, and discipline gives you understanding.
Of course.
And that is the marvel of the success of Chinese. And as you said, brother, I expect and convey to our people that we should at least follow that model so that we can also develop like that.
However, this may not be the exact forum to discuss it, but I think that it is very necessary that we do say this, that we have respected, appreciated and understood the way that China has managed recent dispute that arose with with India, and the way they handled the Doklam dispute with restraint, patience and positive engagement. is a way to resolve international disputes. This is something that I have appreciated from the Chinese side.
No doubt about. I would like to add only one thing, and then Excellency can give his views that China has believed in a lot of in evolution. China has, wherever it is going, it's an evolutionary way with understanding.
Indeed.
Same with CPEC, same in many countries. So I see more such steps in the future also.
We are hopeful that this relationship strengthens even further. Now there is at the I would say at the edge of our conversation is a very important yet sensitive issue. As you may have seen that there are some misunderstandings regarding the CPEC project that have arose in recent times, especially coming from journalists and intellectuals in our country who have perhaps misunderstood. I may be also one of those people. How do you feel you can better explain or make people understand the benefits of CPEC and the future win-win situation as projected by both governments of China and Pakistan?
So for China's diplomacy is based on the principles of peaceful coexistence. So China and Pakistan has a model of the relationship between states, which based on the mutual respect, mutual understanding, mutual support, and mutual cooperation. So I think CPEC is also a project of mutual cooperation, which China wants to combine the advantages of China to the advantage of Pakistan, which make Pakistan development and prosperous. Actually, I should say that there's no other country like China who wishes Pakistan to develop, to be prosperous. There's no other country like China to do this. So CPEC is a project of also a joint contribution, joint negotiation, and we share the joint benefits. So it's a win-win project, but it's under I just now mentioned, it's under a scientific plan. First is the energy, then the infrastructure.
Okay.
Infrastructure is all very important,
Yes.
so it will enable the economic to be vitalized. Then it comes the industrial cooperation. This will also bring the tax and revenues for the country. So after the development, the whole people of Pakistan will enjoy the fruitful benefits of the CPEC.
I think that this is a very positive answer. I always like to, the reason why I try to ask questions emotionally is because we are an emotional nation. Usually we are satisfied by more by emotions than by anything else. And I think that I can see that you as a diplomat and China as a country are very sincere towards the cause of mutual benefit and to achieve a win-win situation.
Right.
Much like if I quote the President of China, Mr. Xi, also mentioned in the same way,
Right.
that this has to become win-win equation.
Yes.
And for that, like you said, is 1 + 4. That's why I think our people should also understand. You have reiterated again and again that energy and infrastructure are essential ingredients. And of course, industrial cooperation also follows then.
Right.
And the development of the Gwadar port, as you had mentioned before, is going to be essential because then this can also become a trade route in future. I would like to hear a few words from you regarding OBAR as a larger project, One Belt, One Road, because people say that it is going to go throughout the whole world and there will be a lot of cultural, social and economic benefits of this project. How do you think are the prospects for Pakistanis to enjoy the fruits of social, cultural, economic, of course you have highlighted. How do you feel we can benefit from these?
I think One Belt, One Road initiative, it has gained a positive response from all over the world. More than 60 countries have joined, and international organizations also, they are very enthusiastic. And through this project, I think we'll bring the countries along the Belt and Road, and even from other areas, we'll bring them together, so the world can be a big family. What our principle is that now we are saying that we are building a joint community of shared destiny. That means the worlds have one destiny. We want to share this destiny. And the Belt and Road is that we want to make the pie bigger, and everybody can share the benefits from the pie. So not only economic, but also in cultural, in the education, in the all the areas.
This is very encouraging for us as well, as you do understand that we do enjoy a very strong social and cultural relationships, and both the people have many shared common values as well. An interesting thing is, however, it should not be mentioned on this platform, but cuisine also brings us together.
Yes, yes.
It is Chinese food that has promoted the Chinese culture and society globally. And in Pakistan also, as you may have seen, that our love for Chinese food, I hope that it is replicated by the same kind of love for the Chinese people as well. We also see new bonds and relationships between Pakistani Chinese people, even through bonds of matrimony and marriage is also taking place in Pakistan. I just show communication from Mr. Lijuan Zhu, who is very actively participating in the communication between the Chinese people and the Pakistani people on social media. He is with your embassy in Islamabad, and we usually see such kind of communication. I am very grateful to you, Mr. Wang Yu, that you came to our program. I am very grateful to Sardar Shaukat Popalzai. I would like some comments from your end, closing comments from your end for our celebration and subsequent holding of the CPEC Day at our channel. I would want you to give few comments for the people of Pakistan and of course encourage Business Plus to do such things in future.
I think today we had a very nice program. We have exchanged our views regarding the China-Pakistan relations and also the CPEC. Very frankly, we have exchanged our views that why CPEC is coming, how to improve the China-Pakistan relations, how the CPEC will benefit both Pakistan and China, how to make it a win-win project. So it's a very nice program. And also I fully agree with you that China-Pakistan don't see Jindabad. This is also the sentence which I came here, I mentioned the most. Then every time we get a warm response from our audiences. So this is fully deepened in our hearts. So Chinese people will never forget Pakistan's help to China, and also China is willing to cooperate with Pakistan to build a bright future of Pakistan.
It is indeed a pleasure that you have come to our program. I will ask Sardar Shaukat Popalzai Saab to thank you on our behalf and say a few words of gratitude on behalf of Business Plus to you.
Thank you very much. I would really sincerely, core of my heart, I would thank Excellency for his gesture coming, being a senior diplomat, affording time to come and attend this very important occasion. CPEC Day is, will be very historic and will provide more chance to the people of Pakistan to learn about CPEC and learn the warmth that how important it is that a senior diplomat comes and attends this program early morning. I'm so grateful to Excellency and your channel also.
I would like to repeat this gratitude once again. Mr. Wang Yu, the Consul General of the People's Republic of China in Karachi, for kindly gracing the occasion and opening the CPEC Day through its first session. And of course Sardar Shaukat Popalzai Saab to come over to our program and to play a host with us. With this, we come to an end of our first session of CPEC Day, where we discuss the various dimensions of the relationship between Pakistan and China, CPEC, and of course the achievements of the Chinese people and how they view their future, what is their national vision, and how we can benefit by learning from them. यहाँ पे नाजरीन वक्त ख़त्म हुआ चाहता है हमारे प्रोग्राम का, इस सेशन का। इसके बाद ट्रांसमिशन जारी रहेगी। ब्रेक के बाद एक नए मेज़बान एक नए मौजू के साथ हमारे साथ शामिल गुफ्तगू होंगे। यहाँ पर अली नासिर को इजाज़त दीजिए। अल्लाह हाफ़िज़।